ॐ गणानां गणपतिगं भवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। शारदा शारदाम्बोज वदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं सन्निधिं कुर्यात्। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वसिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा केबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनशृम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। 30 सेकेंड नदी पर सर्वत्र प्रसिद्धोपदेशा विवक्षित गुणोपपत्तेश्च अनुपपत्तेस्तु न शारीरः कर्म कर्तृव्यपदेशाच्च शब्द विशेषा स्मृतेश्च अर्भकोकस्तावद्व्यपदेशाच्च न इति चेत् न निचायत्वात् एवं व्योमवच्च संभोगप्राप्तिरिति चेत् न वैशेष्यात् अत्ता चराचरग्रहणा प्रकरणाच्च गुहां प्रविष्टावात्मानो हि तद्दर्शनात् विशेषणाच्च is 202 second paragraph. विशेषणं च विज्ञानात्मपरमात्मनोः एव संभवति आत्मानं रथिनं विद्धि शरीरं रथमेव तु इत्यादिना परेण ग्रन्थेन रथिरथादिरूपककल्पनया विज्ञानात्मानं रथिनं संसारमोक्षयोः गन्तारं कल्पयति सोत्पन्नः पारमाप्नोति तद्विष्णोः परमं पदम् इति च परमात्मानं गन्तव्यं कल्पयति तथा तं दुर्दर्शं गूढमनुप्रविष्टम् गुहाहितं गह्वरेष्ठं पुराणम् अध्यात्मयोगादिगमेन देवम् मत्वा धीरो हर्षशोकौ जहाति इति पूर्वस्मिन्नपि ग्रन्थे मन्त्रुमन्तव्यत्वेन एतावेव विशेषितौ प्रकरणं चेदं परमात्मनः ब्रह्मविदो वदन्ति इति च वक्तृविशेषोपादानं परमात्मपरिग्रहे घटते तस्मादिह जीव परमात्मानो उच्चेयाताम् एषैव न्यायः द्वासुपर्णा सयुजा सखाया इत्येवमादिषु अपि तत्रापि अध्यात्माधिकारात् न प्राकृतौ सुपर्णौ उच्येते तयोः अन्यः इप्पलं स्वादवत्ती इति अधनलिङ्गाद् विज्ञानात्मा भवति अनश्नन्नन्यो अभिचाकशीति इति अनश्नन् चेतनत्वाभ्यां परमात्मा अनन्तरे च मंत्रे तावेव द्रष्टृद्रष्टव्यभावेन विशिनष्टि समाने वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नः अनीशया शोचते मुह्यमानः दुष्टं यदा पश्यति अन्यमीशम् अस्य महिमानमिति वीतुशोकः इति. We were seeing this third adhikaran, and the third adhikaran is dealing with the topic of the mantra form Kathopanishad. What is that Kathopanishad mantra? Ritam pibanto sukratasya loke. So in this mantra, there are two entities mentioned in the cavity of the heart. The question was, then what are these two entities? Sankhya said these two entities are Buddhi and Jivatma. And Vedanta says this entity is Jivatma and Paramatma. To refute this point, to clarify this point, this adhikaran is there. And you heard by one logic called Tad-darshanat. So Tad-darshanat means when number is given, it is always of the same entity. Number is given. So word Atmano Tad-darshanat has been given. So that was the first sutra of this adhikaran. What is the first sutra of this adhikaran? You have seen yesterday. See, what is the first sutra? Guham pravishtau atmano hi tad-darshanat. So we had seen this sutra, and we were seeing the other sutra called Visheshanacha. Now let us see this sutra again. So Visheshanacha. So another reason is given why there are two entities in the heart is only Jivatma and Paramatma and not the Buddhi and Jivatma. And here Bhagavan Vedavyasa is using another reason, and that reason is that in this particular section, third Valli of the first chapter, the topic in the future is about Jivatma being the traveler, and it is reaching the Paramatma. This is you heard also, Vijnana Sartiryastu Manaprakrabhanaraha Sodvana Paramapnoti Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. So he attains the Vishnu's Padam. And then Atmanam Ratinam Bindhi Shariram Ratam Evchu Tu Buddhim Tu Sarathim Bindhi. So Jeev is presented as a traveler who has a chariot called the body and charioteer called the intellect. Now, because it is reaching the Paramatma, therefore goal is the Paramatma. What is this goal, outside or inside? This goal, Vishnu Paramam Padam, Is this goal outside or inside? So Upanishad itself clarifies this, that where is this Paramatma located? How is opened Kathopanishad? Kathopanishad you open, third Valli, and Indriyebhya Parayartha, which mantra is there? Third Valli, first chapter. This is 10th verse, 10th mantra. So 10th and 11th mantra. See, before that there was the 9th mantra, where I was saying the destination is mentioned. Vijnana sarityastu manapragravanara sodvana paramapnoti tad Vishnu paramam padam. Anna. So this is the Vishnu's parampadam. Then 12th, 10th and 11th mantra tell about the where is the goal? Is it outside or inside? Please see. Indriyebhya parayartha arthebhyascha parammanah manasastu parabuddhi buddhiratma mahan para mahatap param avyaktam avyaktat purushah para purushanna param kinchit sa kashtha sa paragati. Very famous, these two mantras are there. So it is saying more subtler than the sense or organs is the sense object. More subtler than the sense organ is the mind. More subtler than the mind is the intellect. More subtler than the intellect is the Hiranyagarbha. More subtler than the Hiranyagarbha, Avyaktat Purusha Para is the unmanifest. And more subtler than the unmanifest is the Purush. So if you see in this mantra is talking about all Adhyatma only, and not Adibhut and Adidev. It is talking about all internal things. So it is taking you from the external Annamay Kosh to Pranamay to Manomay to Vijnanmay to Anandmay, ultimately beyond Anandmay, which is mentioned by the word Purush. Purisha and Ad Purusha. And therefore this goal which is mentioned, which was taken as Vishnoho Paramam Padam in 9th verse, is mentioned by the word Purush in the 11th mantra. And that is a Paragati, that is the absolute Gatis. And therefore this Paramatma is not outside somewhere. It is not somewhere in Adibhut, neither it is in Adidev. It is our own nature, because it is beyond the unmanifest also. Is it clear now? So this is in the first chapter. If you see, one more reference is there in the second chapter, 2.6.8. 2.66 means third Valli, and 8th mantra if you see. Avyaktattu parah purushaha vyapako alinga evcha yam gyatva muchyate jantuhu amritatvam ja gacchati. So avyaktattu parah purushaha. So here also the beyond the unmanifest is that Purush. So in the 2 chapter, twice it has been mentioned that who is the goal. So therefore, this is called Visheshacha. Visheshanacha. So what is it? So having talked about destination, the Upanishad says that destination is not outside, it is within you. It is not Vaikuntha Lok. It is not Golok. It is not Kailash Lok. It is not Brahmalok. This destination is in yourself, because it took you from Param. So Param word, you know, it has a meaning of Sukshmata, Pratyakta and all pervasiveness. 3 meanings were there of Param word. So Pratyak word is also there in that Param. Pratyak. So closer to the mind is the intellect. Closer to the intellect is the total intellect. Closer to the total intellect to our eye is Avyakt. And closest rather our own self is Purush, called our own self. And therefore the Upanishad is not talking. Therefore there are two entities in the intellect. Guham pravishto atmanau taddarshanat. So what do you want to say? Therefore, ritam pibantau should not be taken as two entities called buddhi and jeev. It should be ahankar is the traveler, sakshi is the destination. Ahankar is a traveler, sakshi is a destination. Okay. Vachyarth is a traveler, lakshyarth is a destination. Chidabhas is a traveler, chit is a destination. Jeev is a traveler, Paramatma is the destination. This is now clear, I hope, in this particular section. So this journey is inside. So there are two eyes. What he was saying, that only one eye is there. This is not there. This is two eyes. And this is the meaning of the mantra. Visheshanacha. Visheshanacha. Right? And if you see one more mantra is there. See in the same sixth, in the same third valli. 12th mantra you see. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudho atma na prakashate. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudho atma. So gudho atma means hidden atma. So that atma which is hidden, so that which was mentioned as guha hetam is mentioned as gudho atma. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudho atma na prakashate drishyate tvagrahya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi. Then further also you see more clear is given. 15 mantra, same. Ashabdam, asparasham, arupam, abhyam, tatharasam, nityam, magandhavacha. So that which is beyond 5 sense organs. Then anadyantam, which is beginningless and endless. Mahata param dhruvam nichaya, tan nityam. So whole world has been negated. Tan mrityumukhat pramuchyate. So all these statements are telling what? All these statements are telling that there is nothing called what? Buddhi and Jeev is not being talked in the Ritam Pibanta word. Rather, Jivatma and Paramatma has been talked because of the same section. This is called Visheshanacha. I hope it is clear. The general meaning. Clear? General meaning. You are able to understand? Fine. Okay. Now let's go to the word analysis. Visheshanacha. So what is the meaning of Visheshanat? Visheshanat means because of the specific reference. Visheshanat means because of the specific reference. What is mentioned here? Specific reference mentioned in the same valli. Because of the specific reference of Jivatma and Paramatma, reaching that Paramatma which is inside the heart. Because of the specific reference of Jivatma reaching Paramatma which is inside the heart. This is called the meaning of Visheshanacha. Visheshanat. So how will you put it? So you have to supply the word Guha pravishto jivatma paramatmanau eva. Guha pravishto jivatma paramatmanau eva. Guha pravishto jivatma paramatmanau eva. Visheshanat. Because of this specific reference given in Kathopanishad, the two experiencers in the heart are Jivatma and Paramatma. Only Guha pravishto Jivatma Paramatmanau. Is it clear? Because of the specific reference given in Kathopanishad, the two experiencers in the heart are Jivatma and Paramatma only. And they are not Buddhi and Jiva. They are not Buddhi and Jiva. I hope you are clear on this point. Oh my, this flower. This flower or what? Huh? Oh. Okay. So this is now clear, I think. Cha word is there. I want to move ahead. One sutra takes so much of time. I thought I'll cover two sutras. Cha. Cha means what? Because of this reason also. Only cha you need not understand cha. Everywhere cha is said. Cha means because of this reason also. Because which reason also? Huh? First reason was also tad darshanat. So apart from that reason, this is also another reason. To tell that oath is in the Guha. What happened? Okay. So, you are referring to any person or? Okay. So there is a cha means because of this reason also. Which reason also? Because of this reason also. Earlier reason was also there. When you said he also came, that means somebody else was already there. And he also is there because of this reason also. Take. I hope this is. I want to move ahead now. Okay, let us go to the next sutra. No, Purupaksh is there. So if you say I can leave the Purupaksh, if I leave the Purupaksh, my task will be simpler and easier. Whatever you say, I will do. You can go to the next sutra. And if you say no, please take the sutra Purupaksh, then I can take. What's your eye? Only whether I say or not, I know you will take. So what does it matter? Even if I say. One or 2 points. Let me see if something I have left here. Is all okay. I think I have already talked about it. Let us see the Purupaksh here. Page 204. If I read again, it will take time. So there is one Purupaksh here. What is the Purupaksh? Purupaksh says, you are saying two experiences are experiencers are there, Jiva, Atma and Paramatma. Yes, I said that. And you had quoted Mundak Upanishad also. Yes, I quoted it. You said Ekam Pippalam Sadhyati Anashnananyo Bichakshiti. One is the eater, other is not eating. Yes. There is one Brahmana, there is one place in the Vedas called Paingi Rahasya Brahman. Paingi Rahasya Brahman. Oh, I never heard that. So, in that Paingi Rahasya Brahman, the same two entities are talked of as it is talked in Mundak Upanishad. Paingi Rahasya Brahman talks about two entities which is talked in the Mundak Upanishad. So there is a parallel drawn between Mundak Upanishad and Paingi Rahasya Brahman. Achha. Okay. But the Upanishad itself, that Brahman itself, that place, comments on the mantra. This is one style in the Upanishad, that it tries to comment on what it has said. Like Gita sometimes comments on its own verses. Like Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Devim Prakriti Ashrita. So now it will give the commentary of Devi Sampatti in 16th chapter. Similarly, Asuri Sampatti was first mentioned in 7th chapter. Now that Asuri Sampatti is commented in 16th chapter. So Upanishad tries to give its own commentary sometime. Oh. And in that commentary of this particular Paingi Rahasya Brahman, that particular, there the Upanishad says that the two entities are Sattva Kshetragyav. Please see I'm not going to make you repeat, I'm just reading it. Please see. Page 204. Apara aha. Apar means any Purupaksh. Apara aha. Dva suparna iti. Na iyam rigasya adhikaranasya siddhantam bhajate. There is a Rigved in that this principle is not said. Na iyam, got it? Rigasya adhikaranasya siddhantam bhajate. Paingi Rahasya Brahmanen Anyatha Vyakhya Tattvat. See, the Paingi Rahasya Brahman has come. Tayoho Anyam Pippalam Sadhuvati Sattvam Anashnan Anyabhichakashiti. See this quotation he has put in quotation mark. This is a straight away lifted quotation from Paingi Rahasya Brahman, not from Mundak Upanishad. But you can see the similarity with the Mundak there. Don't mix it. There is a Mundak Upanishad. It appears as Mundak. Tayoho Anyam Pippalam Sadhuvati iti Sattvam Anashnan Anya Abhichakashiti iti Anashnan Anyo Abhipashyati. गेस तौ ए तौ सत्व क्षेत्रज्ञौ। लो, ये गड़बड़ हो गया मामला। फर्स्ट इट सेड देयर आर टू एंटिटीज, one is eating the fruit, other is not eating the fruit. Okay. But this Upanishad also told who is eating and who is not eating. And that created a problem. What? It is not saying Jivatma and Paramatma. It has used the word Sattva Kshetrajño. And Sattva means mind or Antakaran. And Kshetrajna means Atma. And therefore it says the two entities in the intellect. One is mind, other is Antakaran. Other is Kshetrajna or Atma. This made Sankhya very happy. He got a lot of joy by getting this point. Did you get this point? See what is written here. Tayoho anyaha pippalam swadvati iti sattvam anashnan anyaha abhichakashiti iti anashnan anyaha abhipashyati gas tau etau sattva kshetrajñau. I hope you are underlining that. And see the next line. Sattva shabdo jivaha kshetrajña shabda paramatma yaduchyate. Tanna. Bhaskar is supposing I say Sattva means Jiva and Kshetrajña means Paramatma. Then he said no. You cannot say like that. How? Sattva tanna sattva kshetrajña shabdayoho antah karana sharir parataya prasiddhatvat. Bole bhai, sat word is always used for mind. How can you say Sat is the meaning of Jivatma here? Sattva. You are able to listen? Getting it? Clear? So Sattva Kshetrajña Shabdayoho Antah Karana Sharir Prataya Prasiddha. Here Kshetrajña is Sharir. Here Sharir means Paramatma, not Jivatma. Sorry, Sharir means Jivatma. And Sattva means Antakaran. How will you reconcile that? Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasarupano Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti. Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti. Swanta. Siddha Swantastamishwaram. Now, there are two ways to answer this. One is the short answer, that is the long answer. Well, I want the short one. No, we have to hear both. And you can understand, Bhaskar would have given short answer or long answer? Long. Short as for us. Simple answer is Very simple answer. Pangirahas Brahmana. What name is Pangirahas Brahmana? Pangirahas Brahmana says Sat and Atma. So Buddhi can be taken as Jivatma. Well, how come? Because mind can always exist only with the reflected consciousness. If mind is there, there will be always a reflection of the consciousness in the mind. Always Antakaran is always Sabhas. And therefore, whenever you will use the word mind, there will always be reflected consciousness in the mind. And this way, mind can be equated to Jivatma. You cannot say, I have vritti, but there is no reflection of the self in the vritti. You cannot say, I have bucket kept outside under the sun, but there is no reflection of this. You cannot say, I stood in front of the mirror, but there was no reflection of my face on the mirror. Then some bhoot pret is there who is taking away reflection. If there is a reflecting medium, and because the buddhi is a sattvic amsh, and therefore the reflection of the Chetan will always be there in the buddhi, and therefore you immediately identify with the thought. Thought of sorrow comes, and because there is a reflection of the thought is of the consciousness, therefore a person immediately says, I am sad. This is what makes the Vedanta difficult. Because any thought comes, there is a reflection in that thought. And I always identify with the reflection. Thought of anger came and I am angry. Thought of doubt came, I am doubtful. And therefore the intellect cannot be without the reflected consciousness in the intellect. And therefore the buddhi word implies indirectly Jivatma. This is the first and simple answer. Very simple answer. Oh. But what do they say when they say in meditation we should see our mind? And therefore I am saying you have to see your mind as different than this. I am different than this mind. You develop a sense of drishyata in the mind. You are disidentifying with the jivatva. You cannot separate jivatva and mind. You cannot separate that this is mind, this is thought, and this is jiva. So jiva is always identified with the mind. Therefore, wherever mind word is used, as in this Pangirahasya Brahman, so mind implies indirectly the jiva. Indirect implication is there. Like somebody says, that baby snake I saw here. So it implies there is mummy daddy also. So don't think there was no big snake. It is there. They are around there. Be careful. And close the windows. So we cannot say like that. Okay. This is the first and simple reason. And another word called Kshetragya will mean Paramatma, because Kshetragyam chapi mam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. So from that Kshetrajna will means Paramatma and Sattva will means Jivatma. This is the first answer. Okay. But Bhashyakar prefers to go through a longer route. Why, when everything is so simple, why he is making it complicated? Because he has to tell you the methodology adopted in Veda. How you should think on a subject. So processes of thinking, training you to think on a particular subject. Okay. He's saying that you are talking about Sattva, which is eater. In the Mundak it was clear. Bird was mentioned. Tayor anya pippalam swaduvati. And here Sattva is mentioned, which eats. Anywhere eating word indicates bhoktritva or enjoyership. Now he says, if you analyze deeply, whatever you call bhokta means experiencer. So bhokta is sentient or insentient? Bhokta is sentient or insentient? Insentient. Sentient. Bhokta. Okay, chalo, मान लेते हैं. Insentient means with, sentient means with Chetan. Bhokta is vikari or avikari? Vikari. ठीक है ना? Vikari, changing. First morsel, another bhokta. 10th morsel, another bhokta. You don't enjoy the last morsel of your food as you enjoyed the first morsel. First morsel was very hungry. It was very good. Last morsel I had to finish it. I don't want to waste the food. From childhood we have been taught, don't waste the food. Therefore I don't want to waste, therefore I am eating. So bhokta is a variable entity. So bhokta is Chetan also and Vikari also. I'll show you everything. Just listen to the point. This is the one Sattvam word has been explained. So the Atma will be Chetan and Avikari. And Anatma will be Achetan and Vikari. Atma is Achetan, Atma is Chetan and Avikari. And Anatma is Achetan and Avikari. See the department. Atma is Chetan and Avikari. Anatma is Achetan and Vikari. But where from this third entity has come up, which is Chetan and Vikari? This Bhashyakar is raising this question here. Anything cannot be consciousness also and changing also. Either you have Nirvikar Chetan or you have Savikar Jad. You can't have Savikar Chetan. Because Savikar Chetan is not possible. Chetan cannot change. Because if Chetan changes, who will know the change in the Chetan? Well, there are two Chetan. One is changing Chetan and non-changing Chetan. Then changing Chetan is inert. Then you can't call Yadrishyam Tat Jadam. If Chetan is changing, then it cannot be called Chetan then. You can't have two Chetan. One is changing and the other is unchanging. Because the changing Chetan will be inert. And yet drishyam tat jadam, it will become inert. When you say, I'm very sad, you know you are sad, so this person who are sad is a false person. It's so easy for it. When sadness comes, then you understand. So easy. No, easy or difficult is another matter. What is the true? Let us decide that. Whether it is easy or not is another matter. We have come here to find out what is the truth. Truth is easy or difficult, that is different angle to tackle. But this is like that only. This is the truth. What is the truth? Truth is that this mule, it is neither donkey, it is neither horse, called Jeev. It is neither total Chetan, neither it is Jad. And therefore such exists, such Bhokta does not exist really. Why does not the Upanishad say straight away Bhokta is not there? Why it went to the root of Sattvan? Because you are not ready for that jump. Therefore, Upanishad takes a two-step process. One, it is indicating the mind, and then it will go beyond that. So first Upanishad has said Sattva. Or Pippala Swadvati. So first it took to the point of one mind or one jeev which eats. Then it goes to say, no, there is nothing eater, only Paramatma is there. So Upanishad adopts a two-step process. This is the point here. I hope you are clear about it. So Sattva word is a stepping process to tell your mind is Bhokta. And then after investigation it finds that mind cannot be Bhokta. Bhokta nasti eva. There is only Atma. Because if you say I am Bhokta, all our experience are all false. We may do everything for our experiences. I am sad, I am man, I am woman, I am chacha, I am father, I am mother. All these are false. Because you are associating with the inert thing. You are associating when you say I am a man or I am a father or a mother. All these are, I am with that body which is inert. So you are associating the all-pervading consciousness with the least pervading body. When you say I am sad, you are associating the non-changing consciousness with the changing mind. So non-changing and changing cannot mix together. You are creating an impossible decoction. And you are living with it, you are laughing with it, you are crying with it, you are aiming to become. One day I'll become very rich. You want to become another imagined entity. Today you are already one imagined entity. You want to become another imagined entity. That is your goal. My goal is I want to become pilot, Swami. Pilot. I want to be in the air. But aircrafts are not moving on. Is why no, it will. I went to Bombay and one lady's house. I said, what do you do? She said, I'm air hostess. I said, you are in the air all the time. I'm air hostess. This Sengitwan who came, Sengitwan, he didn't Sengitwan. Here he has not come. In Singapore, there is one thing, Singitwan. He's a pilot of Singapore Airlines, Mr. Singitwan. The first time I came, South Indian, he is very nice person, very cheerful, nice. So I said, what's your name? He said, Singitwan. I said, no, you are Sing to win. Sing to win. Last time when this Havan was going on, so he sponsored most of this. Light tickets he sponsored. Sponsor me to give money, not that he can say you can go. They have to pay. When you say I want to become something, you are putting yourself into another imaginative cobweb. Now I'll show you what I am saying. And therefore ultimately, Sattva word has been used to indicate stepping stone first to understand Jivatva. So remove the Jivatva and then remove the Sattva. Upanishads removes first Jivatva from Kshetrajna and then goes to Kshetrajna. First it shows that there are two entities. After showing two entities, it is saying no, it is only one entity. It is just to show that there are two entities, so that you are not very uncomfortable. And then it shows that there is only one entity. Please now see, I will show you now. Where we left here. Sattva tanna. Tatra evam tatraevcha vyakhyatattvat. Fifth line. Tadetat sattvam yen swapnam pashyati athoyoyam sharirupadrashta cha kshetrajna tavetot sattva kshetrajno. Na api asya adhikaranasya purvapaksham bhajate. Nahi atra sharir kshetrajna kartrutva bhoktritva adina samsar dharmeno upabeto vivakshate. So here, katham tarhi, here he is saying, Bhashyakar is saying, nahi atra samsara dharmeno upeto vivakshate. Here the Jeev is not mentioned by the Kshetrajna word, by the Sharir word or Kshetrajna word. Nahi atra Sharir Kshetrajna kartrutva bhoktritva adina samsara dharmena upapetah, associated with the samsara dharma. So vivakshate, the Jeev is not intended meaning. Katham tarhi, how come? Sarva samsar dharmatitah brahma swabhavah chaitanya matra swarupah. Because that which is devoid of all sansar dharma is doership, enjoyership, birth, death, body, relations, asti jayate vardate, anashnan anyo abhichakashiti iti. Anashnan anyo abhipashyati gyaha. One who does not have any enjoyer. Iti vachanat. So here, that Kshetrajna, you are saying it is Jeev, but in the same Pingarahasya Brahman, it is said that he is not enjoyer. So you don't put unnecessary enjoyment and make it Jeev here. Iti vachanat. And then he quotes, Tattvamasi kshetrajnam chapimam vidhi ityadi shruti smritibhyascha tavata cha vidyopasamhar darshanam eva avakalpate tau etau sattva kshetrajnam न हवा एवं विधि किंचन रज आध्वंसते इत्यादि. दिस इज अ कोटेशन एक्चुअली. कथम पुनः अस्मिन् पक्षे तयोः अन्य पिपलम साधवतीति सत्वमिति अचेतने सत्वे भोक्तृत्व वचनमिति उच्यते न इयम. हाउ कम ही इज सेइंग सत्व वर्ड देन? पूर्व पक्ष से भाष्यकार से न इयम श्रुति ही अचेतनस्य सत्वस्य भोक्तृत्वं वक्ष्यामीति प्रवृत्ता. Shruti is not going to tell here the enjoyership is not the intended meaning. Kim tarhi chetanasya kshetrajnasya abhoktritva brahma swabhavatabcha vakshyami iti. It is going to tell about the abhoktritva of the chetan. Tadartham sukhadi vikriyavati satve bhoktritvam adhyaropayati. It is adhyaropit means it is superimposed. Idam hi kartrutvam bhoktritvam cha sattva kshetrajnyoho itaretar svabhava avivekakritam kalpate. The enjoyership, doership of the mind is superimposed on the, देखो, सत्व क्षेत्रज्ञयोः इतरेतर स्वभाव. Means what? Means what? The doership of the mind is superimposed on the consciousness, and then I say, I am doing. So the doership is superimposed on the on the chetan. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankar vimoodatma karta hamiti manyate. So doership of the mind is superimposed on the consciousness. And the consciousness of the pure consciousness is superimposed on the mind. And then what we say? What we say? Intelligence is my nature. When I say I am intelligent, so there are two things. This is called Anyonyadhyas. First thing is I say that I have become sad. So sadness is superimposed on me. And then I said that in sadness is mine also. So both are superimposed on each other. So consciousness got a personality. Consciousness got a personality. And mind got identity. This is my sorrow. So in the sorrow I became possessive about sorrow. So this is a reflection of the consciousness in the sorrow. And on the consciousness I put sukha. So please underline that. Idam hi kartrutvam bhoktritvam cha sattva kshetrajnyoho itaretar swabhav avivekakritam. Why? Because I told you that the consciousness is all pervading. It cannot mix with something else. Okay. Is it okay or not? Huh? All are clear? Clear? Okay. See, Paramartha tastu from the absolute level. Na anyat tarasyapi sambhavati. From the absolute point, there is nothing else. Nothing else. Achetanatvat sattvasya vikriyattvascha kshetrajnasya. This is what I was telling. From the absolute angle, na anyatarasyapi sambhavati. Both mixture is not possible. Why? Achetanatvat sattvasya. Mind is inert. Avikriyatvacha kshetrajnasya. This consciousness is without modification. Avidya pratyupasthapit subhavatvacha sattvasya sutaram na sambhavati. So here, avidya pratyapasthapitvat, because of the ignorance, this is not possible. Mixing is not possible. And therefore he says, yatra va anyad eva syat tatra anya anyat pashet. Where something else, therefore only somebody else shows. Ityadina swapna drishta hasti adi vyavharavat avidya vishayev kartrutvadi vyavharam darshati. Okay. And then he says, vivekinaha kartrutvadi vyavhar abhavam darshayati. Very beautiful points are there. For the viveki, very same page, 205, last, seeing somewhere else. Vivekinaha, for the viveki, which viveki? One who knows the self nature, there is no possibility of doership. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankar vimoodatma kartahimiti mannade tattvittu mahabaho gunakarma vibhagayo guna guneshu vartante iti matvana sajjante. Prakrite gunasammudaha sajjante gunakarmasu tan krishna vido mandana krishna vinna vichalet. I hope this is now clear, absolutely. Each point is clear now. What I told you, how he has mentioned, I showed you now. And therefore there is no element of doubt remaining. And this concludes this adhikaran. Oh, thank you. Over. Thank you. But lot more is there. Any other Purvapaksha? No. No, one was enough. One Purvapaksha is okay. Leave it. Now technically format, we will see and conclude this adhikaran. So what is the Vishaya? Vishaya is the two entities in the mind. Guham pravishtau. Two entities in the mind are the Vishaya. What is the Samshaya? Samshaya. Whether these two entities are Jiva or Paramatma or Buddhi and Paramatma. This is the Samshaya. Then what is the Purvapaksha? Purvapaksha says these two entities are Buddhi and Jivatma because Paramatma cannot come inside the Buddhi. This is the Purvapaksha. Then what is the Siddhanta? Siddhanta is, no, these two entities are Jivatma and Paramatma because of two reasons, Taddarshanat and Visheshanatcha. Because of the reason of Taddarshan, not Saddarshan, Taddarshan. Because it is said in Saddarshan, not Saddarshan, Taddarshan. Means Taddarshan, Taddarshan. What do you know Taddarshan? Taddarshanatcha? Huh? Taddarshanatcha? No. You have to say if the number is there, numbered is of the same entities, not dual case. You have to say like that, no? That number will be always associated with the same entities. And Visheshanatcha means in that section of Valli, the goal, destination and the traveler is mentioned, and destination is always inside. Okay. This is called Siddhant. And therefore Paramatma is located in the mind. Located in the mind doesn't mean physically located. It is uplabdhi sthan. It is obtainable in the mind as the drishta. This is the meaning. And Sangati is the positional justification. this particular sutra should come here only. So this completes this Guha Adhikaranam. Now we will see another Adhikaran, but we will see that Adhikaranam tomorrow. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om.